I'm going to blurt this out. Yeah, right, Christopher. 100 meters? Okay. It's about a boat length. Oops. End mission. Saved missions. Oh, I can unblur it now. Alrighty, in we go. I don't know why I'm doing Jurassic Park theme. That's a good movie. That's probably why. Alright, I thought about it in the bathroom. I could speed lapse a little bit, but I shouldn't be going 8 times. Things are going to happen. The margins of error are very slim here. Oh, I wish I could make this frickin' game bigger, but it doesn't like you changing resolution because it's dumb and old. Yep, they ingress through the torpedo tubes. I'll speed lapse 8 times till I get inside the circle, then we'll just do 2 levels of acceleration. The max range of the Vlad is 7 miles. That I know. And then you want to cascade down from that. So the good way to remember which ones you want to use is so you go from shortest to longest name. So you go Vlad, Difar, Diecast. That's the order you want to use them in. In the default game, there was almost no point in using the Vlad, because in the stock game, Vlad and Difar both detected the full spectrum of frequencies, but in RA, Vlad only detects low frequencies, so like 50 or 60, your first frequency. And then you got to use Difar, which has a shorter range but can detect the full spectrum to narrow in. So that was a good thing that RA guys did to make you have to actually really use those Vlad sonobuoys, because otherwise you could just use Difars the whole time, basically. And then Diecast, you want to use it at the last second. When you got a pretty good idea where the sub is, you want to throw out a Diecast and let off a ping or two and just get that localized. And then use your weapon and engage them mercilessly with haste. Maybe I should be a little more careful. Oh shit, there it is. Hello. Okay, so we are actually seeing them right now. I was just being very swishy swashy. Tracker a sign.
Con sonar, I have a new contact. Bearing 115. Designated Sierra 29. Con sonar, I have a new contact. Bearing 162.
I'm assuming this is him, but we'll just be prudent and we'll maneuver and verify.
Come right to course 183. Hell my.
Oh, you're welcome. So the max range is 7 miles. So to like get the optimal coverage, is it 7 miles? It might be 10 miles. I think it's 10 miles actually. So what do you actually want to do to, like, if you draw a bunch of circles on a map, I can do it right now. So if their max range is 10 miles, you actually want to drop them at 7 miles. Seven miles apart from each other, so you get full coverage. Otherwise, there'll be gaps. So you want to, I'm pretty sure the max range is 10 miles, then you want to drop them like every 7 miles. So that way there's no gaps in the coverage. If I draw it again with 10 miles between them all, there will be gaps. Oh, sorry, that's 20 miles between them. Sorry, that's the wrong distance scale there. So there won't necessarily be gaps in coverage, but if you just bring them in a little tighter, because if something's kind of towards the edge of this, it's going to be harder to detect, obviously. So do them like 7 miles apart, and you'll get good coverage. But yeah, I think the max range is actually 10 miles, and then 7's like a good spacing for them. And of course, it doesn't have to be a square pattern like that. It could also be like a hexagonal pattern, like triangular pitch. Those are some weird boobs. Hey, you're welcome. I know way too much about this game.
Steady on course. 183.
I've been playing a decent bit of DCS lately, and everyone else I hang out with has been seeming, not to toot my own horn, but like Dangerous Waters is a game I know like way more than anyone should know about. So when I play like DCS, I'm like, it's daunting to imagine having to get to that level of knowledge. It's like I've already gotten to that level of knowledge. It's called Dangerous Waters. Where the heck was that boat at? Man, that's faint. But there he is. I was not being prudent enough with being careful about my scans. I was looking... The fast scan is fine if you're looking for a noisy contact, but you gotta go slower if you're looking for something quiet. Someone is vacuuming. I don't know if you can hear that. Doesn't look like it. It's barely registering on the mic. It's like very down low, like the minus 60, minus 55 region. Yep, see you later. Sierra 29, hello. We meet again. Oh, probably further than that, huh? What's max? Oh my god, dude. That you might be able to hear. Someone obviously just like stood the vacuum cleaner up and was just sitting there like vacuuming one patch while I do something. Let's see. We'll do 6 miles. That's squall range. Is that squall range? So whatever solution we get, we should probably launch it by that point. Dude, that frickin' vacuum cleaner. Torpedo rockets. Squall. Range 7 to 10 kilometers. 5.3 miles. 6 miles modeled in game. Maybe they should drop that range off. Okay, so I put it at 6 miles. Yeah, P3 is pretty good. Pretty good stuff. It's tricky though, because in game the P3 can be kind of OP, but that's because the nature of in game, like you kind of end up knowing where a sub is. Like in real life, it's going to be more or less like we have no idea where anything is, or if anything's even out there. There's also that too in the game. Like you know something's going to be out there, so it kind of that's most of the battle. It seems like. The fact that you know where something is and it's probably going to be in this area makes it much easier for the P3 and the Helo pilots. Let's get some tubes marked up on this dude. in case we need to go crazy. It is a very big ocean. This world is 70% water. Water. I don't know why I've been pronouncing that T hard in water recently. I usually say water, like a softer T, because I'm from Baltimore. Baltimore. That is one of the faint. That's a faint signature right there, dude. That's a faint signature. The way they model it makes it easier to see because it's black. It should really, like, no signal should be, like, very weak signal should be like the same color as this background and then grows. It should be much harder to see than just being black or very close to black, because that just makes it stand out. Like, it should start out as the same color as the screen and then work towards this orange or whatever. Like, if it's when it starts at black, it's easy to see it at first. It kind of just pops up. It's like, oop, there it is. Boat. Just making sure we can't see him on the broadband. So the fact that we were seeing him on the broadband basically meant the jig was up last time, because that means you're getting very close if you can see him on the broadband. How is playing as the Hilo? It's fine. It's like a P3 except much slower, many fewer sonobuoys, many fewer sonobuoys, and many fewer sonobuoys, less weapons, but you have a dipping sonar and you can hover in place. The dipping sonar is good because it's better than sonobuoys. But the P3 is great. You got all those sonobuoys. You can have 10 torpedoes. You can zip zop zooty bop, get around places really quickly. It's good fun. All right, what's our boy doing here? If we're assuming constant course and speed, could we really be detecting him from that far away? I guess anything's possible. We'll hold this course for a little bit and then we'll cock back this way. Try and nail it down here. I mean, I guess if he's going 5 knots, yeah. Because honestly, before I changed course, we're dealing with like maybe 2 or 5, like 2 down here, maybe 3 up here, solid points. It's very weak. We need to run at this bearing for a little longer here. Big boy Yasin. This is my first time playing against one of these things, and they are pretty deadly. I find it interesting that the first one didn't even have a pump jet, it still just had a normal propeller. Do subsequent ones have pump jets? Because the Lotta has a pump jet. Seawolf's got a pump jet. Virginia's got a pump jet. Trafalgar had a pump jet long ass time ago. Or at least after. Well, the first Trafalgar just had a normal prop. It wasn't later backfitted with a pump jet. I know the rest of them had pump jets from the get-go. Or at least, there's a difference between a pump jet and just a shroud. Like the pump jet has a reducing, it goes from like wide to narrow, whereas the shroud is just, it's the constant diameter. Yeah, Red October did in the book. The ones in real life have shrouded propellers. I don't think they're pump jets. But the ones in real life have shrouds, and I think that's just to keep ice off the propellers and stuff. To protect the propellers. It's not really, I don't think they're pump jets in real life. Because the pump jet has like different propeller designs too than like an open propeller. I'm gonna go grab some water. How's this solution looking? Where's our boy? Hey, where's your boy? Give me a ping, Vasily. One ping only, please. But, Captain, give me a ping, Vasily. One ping only, please. Oh, working on the Red October video is a joy. Just making me learn the movie even more intricately than I already do. Alrighty, we're probably just about ready to come back across on this Broheim. Are we really detecting him from this far away? It seems like it, assuming that speed. That's what the solution's telling us. And good, we're not seeing him yet on the frickin' broadband like last time. I think 6 is good. Let's come back across.
Come left to course 063. Hell mine.
I'll have to also examine Shadow Zone when it comes to going against submerged targets. I would think... So, you would think... as the layer gets shallower, the Shadow Zone gets closer. So, if you're underneath the layer and the submarine you're going against is just barely above the layer, the Shadow Zone should be very close to them, like a few tenths of a mile is where the Shadow Zone should start. So the only issue with trying to figure it out against subs is you don't know what their depth is. So it's really only useful against, or at least predictable, against a surface boat. But the same logic for subs still applies. The conclusions basically just stay as close to the layer as you can. Come left to course, 063, hell my. Steady on course, 063. Vampire inbound bearing, 107. Vampire inbound. TAO sonar soup, new track. I've had way too much time to practice those voices. Alright, speed it up there, alas. I might as well put some starboard tubes on the dude as well. But yeah, if we launch these torps right underneath the layer, we can probably sneak them up on them pretty good. While we skedaddle and get the hell out of there. So zoom in at 55 knots, active torps. I wonder if it wouldn't hurt to throw in a passive. One passive a little slower behind him. May not hurt, because by the time he's evading the actives, the passive will just be like, yoink!
Steady on course.
I might try that.
063.
Or maybe just the 1-2 skittle I'm going to do with an active and a passive. Have the active go out first and the passive coming behind while he's evading, being like, yoink! Whoa. I have to be the sonar officer again. The two most popular modern sub games. I will have my mark on them. All right, let's wrap this up. And what did it say? Oh, there's that T-Lam strike to do still. Yeah, it's fine. So call it. Yeah, it's going to take longer. We could probably get this done in an hour. Still just making sure we can't see him on the broadband yet. That's like danger Will Robinson territory. Yep, still a faint track. Still just a faint single frequency. Is the toad just straightened out? Nope. Yeah, just about. Just starting to straighten, so we should be starting to get good data here. There's your toad lump. There's the other toad lump. It seems to be coming right where I want it to on this solution here. If we're going to launch but right beneath the layer, we can launch from further out because he'll have less time to respond to the torp. Launch from 15,000 yards, just outside squall range. I mean, he could use standoffs too. Nothing saying he couldn't use standoffs unless he's too deep. Did they nerf the Stallion launch depth? I remember it being insane. Is that just blowing right into the mic? Stallion. Launch depth between 40 to 150 meters. Okay. 150 is still decent. That's still pretty deep. Still a pretty nice depth to launch from. That's insane. Is that real? I guess that would work fine as long as it's got like a nice buoyancy at the top of it. But it would have to hit the surface like pretty fast so it would pop above the surface so that engine could ignite, huh? I don't know. But if it's solid fuel, I guess it could probably ignite underwater. I don't know how it works. I am not a weapons engineer. A submarine weapons engineer. Alright, how's this looking? How's this looking? Okay, it's coming back in a different spot. Let's get a few more lines of data before we start. Let's see. This is all assuming same course. Sometimes they do just have separation on them. That's weird behavior. I need to examine that with truth sometimes and see what's going on with that. Well, I think we just need some more data, honestly. It's hard to draw. Sir, the data support no conclusions as yet. And that could just be... I mean, right now we're at plus or minus 2 degrees. We're talking very minute adjustments. Zooming in that far. Currently it's at 21,000 yards. 10 miles. I really want the point where they're all kind of going straight up and down and then kind of just take the mean. That about agrees with it. Maybe a little closer. Okay. I think when I shoot this dude, I'm just going to evade. I'm not going to try and be smart about it. And try and hear him at the same time. We'll just run away. Levels are low. Just get the mic closer to my mouth. I have a habit. Well, the reason the videos always come out so clean is because I post-process my audio tracks, and it raises the quiets and keeps the highs where they are. In the stream, I don't have that. I guess I could buy something that does that, but that's much more expensive than post-processing. The problem... The loudness of my voice correlates to how loud the game is. This is not a very loud game, generally. If I'm playing like a first-person shooter with a lot of crap going on, or a strategy game, yeah, then I speak up so I can hear myself. My default voice is quiet. Decently quiet. I wouldn't say super quiet. And of course, the assumption is always that one course, one speed. Give me a ring, Vasilla. Range to target, getting close. Layer 574. Launch from 600 feet. Run this bearing for a little bit longer. I wish I had some more of that first data, but I don't. I was thinking about turning back across. We could just shoot from here, turn in a little bit, so the torps are basically going straight to them, and then we'll commence the evasion. We'll try the active passive 1-2 there. We'll try the active passive. All right, we got some good datas. Good datas. Let them get a little closer. Our level's better. You can hear better now. Let's come this way. I think they're about 15 degrees off axis. 10 or 15.
Come right to course 107. Helmi.
Let me make sure my mic is at the level I usually keep it at. Yeah, that's good. This is normally where I keep it for the streams. Okay. I was going to lower to 3 knots, but don't want to lower speed at a turn, because then they'll overshoot. If I did it at the beginning of the turn, I guess it would have been fine. Alright, let's take her down to 600 and get ready to launch these bad boys.
Make my depth 600 feet. Dive I.
Or are we closing out about 5 yards a second? Looks about right. 5 yards a second. 10 miles an hour. 12 miles an hour. 10 knots. 12 miles an hour, something like that. It's a slow world, the world of submarines. Alright, we'll be launching from starboard tubes. I'm going to assume... I should remember from last time which ones are which, but I don't remember. Alright, we're going to make you passive, speed 45. Depth upon enable, that's fine. At least in-game, yes. Running with tubes flooded and equalized does make more noise. Why it is modeled that way, I do not know, but I stumbled upon that running some experiments with Tamburello. With the tubes flooded and equalized, I could hear him from further away.
Steady on course 107.
Would make sense when the tubes are in the process of flooding or equalizing, potentially, but just running around with tubes flooded doesn't make any sense to me. Doors open, yeah, but just tubes flooded doesn't make any sense to me. Alright, we're down here. The toad is not yet, or is it? I don't see him, so maybe the toad is down here. 2 torps. No, you are passive, thank you kindly. 2 torps to run out, run to enable, that's fine. I'm not sure where the shadow zone's going to be. Maybe call it 2.5 miles. It all depends on his depth. We'll say... I'm going to say 2.5 miles. So he probably won't hear the torps until then. And I guess that's about when they're going to turn on anyway. Okay, so yeah, so this seems like the toad is indeed down here. Even though my depth toad array is broken. So we'll launch these bad boys and then we'll turn tail. Run that way. Skedoodle. Get on out of here. Let's bring the starboard toad in
Retrieve the
first.
starboard towed array. Helm aye.
Get that port toad out. We're going to want the port toad. And once it's just about in there, we can start firing point procedures here. Freaking water bottle just splashed into my face. But yeah, tubes just being flooded makes no sense to me as to why that would make noise. If they were partially flooded, maybe some sloshing. But if they're fully flooded, it should be fine. There shouldn't be a difference between that and just full of water. Just thinking about it shallowly, I'm not sure what would contribute to that or not. Yeah, it could be, or something they just didn't think about. Because I used to run around with flooded and equalized tubes all the time. But they don't, it's not like they mention anywhere that that's to your detriment to keep them not flooded and equalized, at least that I know of. Which tubes am I launching? 1 and 3? No, 2 and 4. Launch tube 2. Let me just make sure that they've not been switched back to active. Very well. Launch tube 2.
Launch tube 2. Aye, sir.
Let's start streaming this
Stream
port
the
toad
port
array.
towed array. Helm aye.
Launch tube 4.
Launch tube 4. Aye, sir.
And let's get our
Con sonar.
running angle,
All ahead
2/3.
Helm aye.
Commence the boogie. Shit. Okay, so even are the port tubes. Oh well. Doesn't really matter too much.
Unit is running normally.
I think it's the opposite in the LA. I think the odds are the port tubes and the evens are the starboard tubes. Oh well. Alrighty. Standard.
All ahead standard. Helm aye.
And we'll stay tucked beneath the layer here where we got our invasion course coming. Basically due north. Yeah, they've had the same voices since Subcommand. I guess I still need to get back onto the 688i series. Maybe I'll just start streaming 688i. I seem to have more fun playing these games with the stream going. Do you guys want normal 688i videos, or do you want me to stream them? Oh, I don't want too much of this out. But yeah, this game has the invulnerable torpedoes. Not the invulnerable wires. I don't think I've ever seen a wire snap in this game besides from blowing up. I guess there's no point in me really keeping the doors open at this point. But why not? No reason not to.
Steady on course. 002.
Okay, that is my torp. Oh, give me the audio, please. If he launches any squalls, I want to hear that. Make that freaking weird ass noise. Man, look how much quieter that passive torp is at 45 knots. It's so much quieter than at 55. That's insane. Look at that. That thin line right there is your 45 knot torpedo. Man, that's almost worth launching them slow like that. It's much harder. Well, at least on the short term. On the intermediate, you can still see it, but it is much weaker. That is interesting. I can't even seem to see the difference on the toad. I don't know why that is. I can see him on the sphere. Okay, they're turning on at 6.5 miles. Alt H, turn my history on. Where do they start? Right here. Okay, they're turning on very close to him. That's fine. I might turn them on sooner. Maybe it's 6. Maybe turn them on here. Maybe even sooner. It depends. It all depends when they come out of that shadow zone for the dude. But the first torp is kind of just to get him boogieing. The active is going to be the ace up the sleeve. All right, I'm going to go to the bathroom again. At a certain point, I want to start running perpendicular in case it's going to launch standoffs. Because if they bracket you, you want to thread that needle. You don't want to. If you run at an angle, you'll run into one of the standoff torps if they bracketed you. But you want to run perpendicular through them. I guess I could finally make part 2 of the torpedo evasion tutorial for dealing with standoff weapons. I think the best course of action at that point is to run perpendicular, because they'll have your bearings, so they'll try and bracket you. Because when I got hit by the Kirov that last time, the last time I got hit by him, so before the last attempt where I didn't take any damage, I would have missed those torpedoes. So if all is going to plan, if he can't hear beneath the layer, he should not hear these torps yet. He should have no idea that these are coming. Should not have a clue. And maybe I should turn the active torp on sooner so he gets boogieing, so the passive has something to go after. Hey, Spraz, what's up, man? You're here for attempt number 2 of this. We're going up against the Yasin. Silent Steel? No. What is that? Is that World War II? Alright, we're going to turn our buddy on here. And now we're going to run perpendicular.
Come right to course 043. Hell my.
130. Yeah, we're just about perpendicular. Yeah, so last time got really close to him. He got me with 2 squalls. He didn't sink me. Got me to 95% damage, but this time we're doing the longer range, tucked right underneath the layer. My first torp coming out is an active torp to get him moving, and then my second torp is the sneaky passive. So we'll see what happens.
Steady on course 043.
So we've lost contact with the active torp. He's now above the layer. Not seeing anything else on sonar. Except for the passive torp. Man, these torps, when you launch them slow, they really are much quieter. Like, just going from 55 to 45, it's got to be 50% quieter, just based on the size on the broadband there. Hey, shut up, A-Rank. Shut up. Alright, active torp has acquired. Let's go ahead and turn on the passive torp. Makes me think of James Bond, Tomorrow Never Dies. And now they're wondering why the torpedo hasn't exploded yet. That frickin' steel mouth worm thing with the blades. Because there's no news. Like bad news. Bearing to target 133. Yeah, 043, right perpendicular now. Torpedo maneuvering. Torpedo in the water. Torpedo has acquired. Ooh, ooh. Jankin' and jukin', jankin' and jukin'. Let's keep watching the sonar. Passive has gone above the layer. No sign of anything yet. Is our toe just now straightening out? Yeah, I guess so. Passive torp's coming in behind. active torp is pursuing something. What is their base course? Base course is about 117. Active torp is maneuvering. Has not seemingly hit a countermeasure field. Active torp is coming right. That's too broad for a snake. That's not a snake. Well, they don't snake. The seeker head turns. Don't say Alright, I won't say it. I was about to say it. Oh, the torp just went deep. It's out of cavitation. Oh, it looks like around 800 feet is cavitation for the 55 knotters. Do. That is our torp.
Con sonar. Loud explosion.
Wow!
Sierra 2. 9. Con sonar. Lost the wire. Tube 2.
Cool. Oh, well, if that torpedo was down there, that means dude would have been down there. Can I see dude on the narrowband history? No, I don't see dude. Hey, what's up, Lord Lobs? Yeah, I should start streaming some more DCS. The reason I hadn't been in first is because honestly, I don't know enough yet, so I'm like, oh, I don't want to look like a dummy, but I'm at the point where I can, start streaming some more. I think we got dude. I think dude has been got. We will slow.
All ahead 1/3. Hell my.
Passive torp is maneuvering. Probably getting near some countermeasures. I should have marked where that other torp was maneuvering. Not changing depth. It's going after something. It's not a... I mean, if that other torp hit the dude, he's dead. No sub survives a Mark 48. Do Typhoons need 2 Mark 48s in this game? I don't know. Yeah, well, we'll power run to the T-Lam launch. What's up, Ren and Cal? The emoticons are not coming through on this frickin' restream thing. I guess I should probably just turn this guy off, huh? If dude got hit, dude is dead. I'll need to reset anyway. Let's just turn this torp off.
Con sonar. The unit from Tube 4 has shut down.
I bet they're good. Alright, let's just drop them, because that solution is null and void. Alright, let's stream the wire. There's one that looks like Steve Bannon. I do not have any of those fancy Twitch bots or nothing. Slow to 3. It's going to let that thing get to the surface quicker.
Make turns for 3 knots.
Retrieve the
Maneuvering
port
on.
towed array. Hell my.
If I had to choose one streaming thing going forward, I'm not sure which one I would choose. I guess YouTube. I seem to get more watchers on YouTube than Twitch, but I don't know. I don't know. If I want to stream to YouTube, I could technically stream higher quality, which doesn't matter much for dangerous waters. Restream has like a stream limit of 6,000 kilobits per second. Oh, I'm getting hungry. Killing subs makes you hungry. Get that starboard out.
Stream the starboard towed array. Hell my.
This OPAREA has been a very great exercise for refining some tactics here in RA. Assuming there's a layer, you can do quite a lot with it. Because the AI is not programmed to take advantage of the layer like that. It also helps to be the best nuke boat in the game. That also helps. I wish it would tell me the depth of the floating wire. That would always be nice.
Con radio, new message traffic received.
Woohoo! Alrighty. Let's book it to the frickin' T-Lam launch zone. Give me a waypoint, just the closest point to the circle. Right there is good. I wonder if Ben has a trigger that you gotta be inside that to launch. I don't know. It's probably, I'm not sure. I guess Renical could probably tell me that. I should save, shouldn't I? Op area 1 reached 15. Yasin dispensed with. Huzzah!
All ahead 2/3. Helm aye.
That
All
might be
ahead
too fast for the.
2/3.
Oh, that might
All
be
ahead
too fast for the
2/3.
wire.
Helm aye. All ahead 1/3. Helm aye.
Scusi. A scusi.
Make my depth 700 feet. Dive aye.
Oh, why am I streaming this?
Retrieve the starboard
Bring
tow
it
to
back
red.
in.
Helm aye. All ahead 2/3. Helm aye.
Alright, reload with T-Lams. I guess I should probably keep one. As torpedo. Why does that one keep going to harpoon? It keeps going to harpoon. What the heck gives? Oh, these numbers are freaking out. For right now, this adds up to 4. I definitely have 8. So I was like, what the heck's going on? But I guess it's like in reload limbo. Yeah, all right. If there is a trigger, it's going to be square size. So it's either going to be like, you know, a square that covers the outer radius or like a square that's like completely inside the circle. So we'll go into the circle a bit. Здравствуйте, как у вас дела? Oh, we can go faster
All
now.
ahead flank. Helm aye.
How long is this going to take? Oh, buddy. 100 minutes? It's going to take about 12 minutes. 12 minutes to get there. For some reason, that was reminding me of like John F. Kennedy / Mayor Quimby. We'll get there in 12 minutes, then we'll launch our Tomahawk missiles at the target. Did that sound like something in Italian? Okay, can I put a T-Lam in you, please? That was weird. Хорошо. Ладно. Oh, now we got some TikTok time here. If you want to ask some random questions, go for it. About anything in particular. Except politics. Air is fine. I was wondering if I needed to recharge some air, but we're good. You can charge it back up to 100. So my phone's kind of old. It's about 3 years old. I need to get a new one. But I disabled a bunch of like the default apps recently, and it's actually a decent bit faster now, so that's good. But yeah, it used to be annoying, like in the morning when I know the way, I know how to get to work, like, but I use the navigation because the Google navigation tells you about the traffic and all that stuff. So sometimes if I need to like reroute on the fly, but yeah, sometimes it would like in addition to like getting the music started over the Bluetooth and then getting the navigation started, it could take like 3 minutes. Sometimes it was annoying. I was like, this is taking way too long. Like I just want the phone if I'm in like Google Maps, like phone. Devote your attention to this app. Stop doing crap in the background right now. It's annoying. You got bit by a mosquito. Where's your lighter? What's going on? I'm confused. Just start driving on the shoulder and just blasting by everyone. There's one way to take the work that never has traffic, but it takes a toll road, so I try and take the not toll road way. But if there's just a hint of traffic on the not toll road way, I'll just take the toll road. It's almost like, it's about $2.60, $2.70, $2.70, that is, one way on the toll road. So I'll try and take the non-toll road way, but in my old apartment, I was right at the end of the toll road, so I took the toll road every day. That was like $120 a month in tolls, but now I've cut that in half because I don't need to take it all the time. It's a lot of money for tolls, but there's never any traffic on that road because of the tolls. Yeah, my work is an average of about 25 miles drive. If I take the non-toll way, it's 20 miles. If I take the toll way, it's 30 miles. I thought I just heard like one of those low rumbling explosions in the game. Oh, hey, what's up, J-Dubs? J-Dubs Texas? J-Dub STX? Is it J-Dubs Texas, or are you a fan of, like, STX lacrosse sticks? Macallan 12. Is that a scotch? I'm not the biggest fan of scotch. I like bourbon. I like my bourbon, boys. Full optimization. J-Dubs, Texas. Well. How is Texas doing right now? It's very humid in Maryland right now. But sunny. Oh, Vadim, when I see your name, it makes me think of K-19. I love K-19. That's a great movie. But when the head nuclear engineer, when they're like leaving to go on the boat, and his girlfriend's like, Vadim, like trying to get him at the fence, like just the way she says it is great. It's so Russian. Vadim. Oh yeah, I forgot you always talk about scotch. What is that from, like Anchorman? Like scotchy scotch, scotchy scotch. Oh, well, glad to have you here, yes. Latest and greatest from Sonalist, which isn't saying much. It's like 13 years old. God, is it really 13 years old? 13, 14? That's insane, dude. For like a while there, they were releasing them like every like 3 or 4 years, because he had 688i and then Subcommand and then Dangerous Waters. But they've pulled a valve. 13 years. But it's not like they ever promised another game. Unlike Gabe Newell. I don't know that he ever. No, I mean, he said they were like back in the day. They used to say they were working on it, didn't he? Yeah. Oh, one of your hard drives just bailed out. Yeah, Dangerous Waters is great. You can play as an Oliver Hazard Perry, a frigate, or a P-3 Orion, or a Seahawk helicopter. And I'm playing right now with the Reinforce Alert mod, so you can play as all kinds of crap. All kinds of stuff. Even though the AI is a little wonky at this point, but it's still fine. That's a good flight distance. How fast do these missiles go? 500 miles an hour? It's going to take them about half hour to get there. And the ship dynamics are much better too, because in Subcommand the boat's always on rails, but there's actually like momentum in this game. So like, I'll show you.
Right full rudder.
So we'll do a
Helm
right full rudder at flank here. I'll try and juxtapose it with the ground. So if we were doing this in Subcommand, we would have instantly started turning, and then if we switch back to a left full rudder,
Left full rudder.
in Subcommand
Helm
we'd start turning right back full left at this point. But see, we got some momentum. We got to cancel that out, and then we start turning back left here. So yeah, good ship dynamics in this game. More boats. It's good stuff. That was always a gripe of mine with Subcommand, is just on a rails. It's like, you're like right full rudder, you're like, and then you just tell it to stop, and it's just like, whoopsh, just stops. Dude. Oh, I guess I got a rudder amidships before it'll... Okay, that's interesting. If you order a rudder over,
Rudder amidships.
it
Helm
won't override your rudder order if you do resume waypoint follow. That's interesting. Because I was wondering why we were still frickin' swinging. Is Dangerous Water $7 right now? It's usually like 15 or 20. Fifi, have I played Fleet Command? No, I have not. I've played a little bit of Command Modern Air Naval Operations Whiskey Tango Foxtrot. Long ass title. That was fine. That was alright. Wasn't really my cup of tea. Dude, hello. Alright, I'm just gonna reorder the waypoint at this point. It's just mucked. There you go. And then, no, I've not played Fleet Command. I played a little bit of that there, Naval Warfare Arctic Circle. And that was fine. That was kind of along the lines of Kamano Command, but with 3D stuff. I prefer the tactical command of one boat. I do think you could make the multiplayer for this really versatile. It'd be really cool if you could have like big battles and you could like, even if you die, you could like hop to another platform, so you're not just like sitting there for the rest of the match. You could hop to other platforms, hop into someone's platform on the fly if they needed help with some multi-crew or something. Big servers where like battles are going real time, like 24/7, and like the AI would come in if you popped out and all that kinds of stuff. You could do some cool stuff with that. Someone get Jeff Bezos to give us like 10 million bucks and make the best sub sim all time. To come around, stay around. It would be difficult to play against me. I don't go full bore when I play against people in multiplayer. Full bore stresses me out. Multiplayer stresses me out. When I play multiplayer, I'm usually trying to like... This may be annoying to people. I try and like just like teach the whole time mostly. Yeah, the DW multiplayer system just needs a lot of work. And right now, the fact that once you're dead, you're done is very lame. Especially if you're the host. Like, ugh. But it is old. It It's an older system, but I mean, they still had these kinds of things resolved at that point. There's not really an excuse. I guess they figured most people wouldn't be playing multiplayer. I don't know. Under icebergs, under ice vids, Zachary Hamilton. Yeah, I'm sure I do. You pretty much just gotta stay. You just gotta stay deeper than a certain point. Those icebergs are very gimmicky, or very finicky, rather. I wouldn't go shallower than... There's really no need to go shallower than like 500 feet in an ice mission. Just stay shallow. Or, not, sorry, stay deep. Stay deep, what am I saying? And keep your torpedoes deep, too, because they can run into icebergs and then they'll just disappear. They're like... And it's very annoying. But yeah, just keep everything deep. 500 feet. And sometimes the AI will go shallow and they'll run into icebergs. I think in Sub Command there's a mission where the Typhoon's trying to get to a Polinia. And it has like an escort sub or two. And the one time I played that mission, the Typhoon killed itself by running into an iceberg. Oh, okay. Yeah, Old Toothless. Yeah, my Red Storm Rising series has a bunch of under ice videos. It's been so long since I've done it. How long is that frickin' series? Like 80 videos? But they're all like 20-minute videos, but still. It's like 25 hours of content. I have so much Dangerous Waters content. It's not even funny. Let's go into the circle a little bit just to make sure we're inside any kind of trigger. They're all in stock. Most of my content is actually on stock DW. It took me a while before I started doing RA. And the Red Storm Rising campaign is decently hard in stock. I can't imagine what it would be like in RA. It's just got to be insane. I did die a bunch of times. Like, the level of Dangerous Waters play I'm at now was not where I was when I started. I obviously got better during that time just playing it so much. I started doing Dangerous Waters in the summer of 2013. It wasn't even when I started this channel on. I had uploaded a video on an older YouTube channel a few years before then that had like 60,000 views. No, it was like around 30 or 40,000. I was like, let me tap into that market. Because at first I was just doing first-person shooter games, and I was like, I might as well start some Dangerous Waters videos. And then you can instantly see, like, right from that upload date, everything just starts going up. Views, subscribers, watch time. It's all Dangerous Waters. Yes, in stock game, Trafalgar's and Akulas have the exact same, pretty much the exact same sound signature. The fifth frequency is a little bit different, but I don't know that you'd be able to tell in game definitively which one is which, because you can't zoom in on the higher frequencies. You can only zoom in on the lower frequencies. Like, you can't tell it to look at only 1500 to 2000, which is also another drawback, something that could be addressed. Alrighty, we're just about here at the launch basket. Let's get a T-Lam. Oh, I can't right-click to go back. Oh, it's doing the same harpoon crap. I might have to just launch this last T-Lam separately. Why is it giving me crap about the T-Lam? Oh, there you go. That was weird. Oh, fishing boat. Yes, sound like fishing boat. Yeah, they did that in the stock game too. So yeah, the fishing boat was the 51st frequency, and then the trawler was the 61st frequency. So if you're playing as America or Russian, it would throw you off there. Basically the equivalent of like the false contacts we got in RA now. Alright, we're here. Let's chill.
All ahead 1/3. Hell my.
Get me to 100 feet here.
Make my depth 100 feet. Bye-bye.
Watched all your vids. Thank you for teaching people this awesome game. You're welcome, Fifi. Oh, you subbed yesterday on Patreon? Was I notified of that? I'm supposed to get emails about that. I don't remember seeing anything. But thank you. Yes, that is my quintessential channel. Niche content. Alrighty. Let us turn north.
Come left to course 358. Hell my.
I guess I might as well just turn straight to the frickin' place.
Come left to course
Missiles just fly out straight.
318. Hell my.
Thank you, Zachary Hamilton. I appreciate the compliment. Oh yeah. Well, if the Russian is speaking English, then yeah, they should call it a typhoon. But I guess if they're speaking Russian, then we should hear them say Akula, but then the subtitle should say typhoon. But we're getting into such a level of detail. Alright, let's speed it up, yes. Speed it up. We don't need to just sit around waiting for something to happen. Alright, did that last one get that T-Lam? Yeah, buddy. Alrighty. About to get these bad boys kicking. Oh, we're coming all the way back across here. Big old turn. Pretty much coming about 180. Man, that ocean's crazy. And when you think about it, designing like things like T-Lams and ballistic missiles that gotta pop up above a rough surface like this, designing them to still pop up above a rough surface like this, that's where the fun starts. That's who my channel is for. Yeah. I can be quite forgiving, though, when it's like, okay, it's a movie, it's got to do this way so people know what the heck's going on. That stuff is fine. If you make it too accurate, no one's going to freaking want to watch it. Or not necessarily too accurate, but too what's the word? If you don't make it accessible enough. Oh, I didn't even think of that. I guess I shouldn't have been so lollygaggly, doodly woodly. Let's go ahead and just stream it out. I mean, I'm sure someone would have heard me flanking around. Alright, well, let's, when we steady course here, I'm going to slow down a little bit. But let's get these bad boys queued up. We'll get them counterclockwise here. Destruct range 1, good, that's the default setting. I want them, oh, wait. Okay, we'll figure that out. We want that to be 4. So if you have T-Lam issues, here you go. Destruct range corresponds to which waypoint you want the missile to strike at. So when it defaulted to 1, that means the missile's going to hit the first waypoint. So this is at waypoint 4. So I set it to 4. I think if you come to these, you can press
Steady on
delete.
course. 3, 1,
Okay.
8.
I thought you could press delete and get rid of these little waypoints. But yeah, we want it to waypoint 4. So we set destruct range to 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Conversely, I guess you could just also do this. Engage with. But I'll set it up this way. We'll give a tube to each. You get a T-lam, you get a T-lam. Everybody gets a T-lam. Alright, slow down.
Make turns for 3 knots. Maneuvering I.
I'm doing what my weapons officer should be doing. That's fine. Boop. Alrighty, all missiles have their waypoints. All destruct ranges are correct. We're ready to get this show started here. Alrighty, what do we got on the toad here? That is me. Scusi. Scusi. Alright, we'll do a quick sweep. But I don't think anything's here. Looks pretty good to me. Alright, yeah, I'll save. 16. Before T-lam launch, yo. Alright, let's kick the tires and light the fires here. Tube 1. Fire.
Launch tube 1. Aye, sir.
What is that from one of those Star Trek movies? Captain Kirk's like, fire.
Launch tube 2. Aye, sir. Launch tube 3. Aye, sir.
We can watch the door open. Oh, that's fun. I didn't realize it, like, folds up like that.
Launch tube 4. Aye, sir.
Oh, I'm glad that worked, Fifi. You playing right now? Oh, what the heck? One of those missiles just frickin' failed.
Launch tube 5. Aye, sir.
It's fine. It's fine. If that target doesn't get blown up because of that, whatever.
Launch tube 6. Aye, sir.
Yeah, that's true. I can start closing doors.
Launch tube 7. Aye, sir. Launch tube 8. Aye, sir.
Nothing on sonar.
Make turns for 5 knots. Maneuvering I.
Alrighty, all missiles are away besides one, which frickin' malfunctioned. The one out of tube 3. I saw it go like, derped out. And these puppies are cruising.
Make my depth 400 feet. Dive I.
Alright, we'll just turn auto crew on, because I just want to watch the missiles. We will delegate that responsibility to the computer. Like a good captain, we will delegate. Yeah, I forgot about the weapon failures. Should have brought one more T-Lam. Or two more, I guess, if I wanted to be a little paranoid. We still got frickin', what, 13 torps left? This thing is a goddamn beast of an anti-sub. This thing is the equivalent of a superiority fighter, dude. The Seawolf here, man. Forget about it. 50 Mark 48s in addition to missiles and stuff. Did we come with 50? It might be 50 overall, but still, that's a lot. Oh my god. That is terrible, Zachary. TMI. Yeah, I need to eat lunch. All I've had is brunch so far. I'm getting hungry.
Come right to course 092. Hell my.
What, the torpedoes, what you launch out? Oh, I was wondering what the heck was going on with my line of missiles. They're all separating out. So the Tube 3 guys are going after the second target. Okay. Second target should be fine with one T-Lam, which is a little shack. Look how tiny those doors are. Or how big those doors are. First building's just a little barracks.
Steady on course 092.
Third building's like a little headquarters thing, and then the fourth one's a power plant. That's a weird looking power plant. Looks like one of those power plants from Fallout 3 or something. Alright, but we should be good even with that torpedo, or the Tomahawk malfunction. Oh, here's how long we've been going. The age of this is 25 hours. It's been almost a day in mission time. It's a busy day. Compressed gas launch. Yeah, sometimes it is a compressed gas launch. Ugh. Do I know anything about how Turcom's guidance works? What the heck is Turcom's? I guess not, if I don't know what Turcom's is. Maybe I do know. I'm definitely not familiar with the acronym off the bat. They have a, at the Air and Space Museum in DC, they have a Tomahawk on display. It's pretty big. Pretty big. It's not like one of these Tomahawks, it's like the, the model one's got like Raytheon on it, it's like orange and stuff. Is Turcom's like the fact that, like, you know, pre-GPS it would like have a map of like terrain in it and compare what it's seeing to the terrain for navigation? Yeah, it's pretty cool. It has a, yeah, it's got like the terrain 3D modeled in the computer, so it like looks out and compares what it's seeing to what's modeled in the computer and guides itself that way. Did I lose one of these missiles again? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I only see 5 missiles. Did 2 others fail in flight? Are you kidding me? Here comes the rain. It looks like more missiles failed. God damn it. If they had this real failure rate, like, forget about it. It's an insane failure rate. Boom. Oh, let's get that floating wire streaming. You want to make sure your Tomahawks are spaced far enough apart. If they're not, they'll blow each other up if they're too close. Which I think is very unrealistic, but that's fine. Oh, they had to fly over a bit of known terrain shortly after launch. That's interesting. Oh, did they just like initially use the terrain and then just inertial guidance from there? I was under the impression it was comparing the entire flight. Yeah, we had frickin' 2 more of those missiles fail in flight. That's too much. Is there a way to modify what the I'm not opposed to the weapon failure probabilities, but it should be higher. Like 3 Tomahawks out of 8 fail. Seems a little high to me. What was that, like 38% failure rate? Powie. Hey, Cod Raven. Yep, I got the wire going out now.
Con radio, new message traffic received.
Armory knocked out, broadcast destroyed. This thing may not... Oh, well, this one didn't get anything hit against it because both Tomahawks for that one failed. And then one of them failed for this, but we got both of those taken out. Tomahawk. Hey, you got the Tomahawk there, latte. Okay, continuous. Armory knockout. Oh, there's a power plant. Oh, I went a little past it. That should be fine. Don't they do a pop-up? I thought I remember them in the game doing like a... Powie. The power plant might be a little more resilient. Didn't the airfield originally took like 8 T-LAMs to destroy, but I think the RA guys changed that to 4. Even though there is no airfield in here. The power plant might still be up, but it ain't operating. Even if it's not completely destroyed, it ain't operating right now. Okay, we're not going to get an update about that. That one. Oh, it's still up there. Yeah, I guess we didn't destroy that one then. That's fine. Alright. Very good. So well, that is it. We are done the op area. Took a while, but we are done the op area. Oh, the power plant won't blow up at all? Very well. Alright, well, I'm going to stop here. Thanks for watching, guys. This has been fun. This has been a good one. Thanks to you, Ben. We'll start working on this mission there. And, yeah. So I'll see you guys later. Have a good one. And as always, good hunting.